Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and this is Michelle and Tackett.
Hi, Sean.
And welcome to Tackett Entertainment. Wow. What a very sad story to start out on. A channel that used to be very beloved by gamers, especially Nintendo gamers, Gamexplain, is coming under fire for Andre Siggers, who is the founder and owner of Gamexplain. His poor treatment, or the company's poor treatment of their employees who have their own channel now. We'll put the link to this channel below, Good Vibes Gaming, with John, Ash, Derek. Well, Derek and Ash more likely, but it's something that we didn't expect from a channel like Gamexplain. But my brother had a feeling about Andre. What were your vibes always with him?
Whenever he would do a video, he just seemed very snarky and just full of himself, and like, gee, I'm never wrong and the rest of the world is, and he just seemed so full of himself, and I really didn't care for him. I mean, he just gave off bad vibes to me.
This is not the only time my brother's done this, folks. He's
been right since.
Yeah, it seems like it. Now it's like Haley Joel Osment around anywhere, or Bruce Willis, because seriously, my brother has some sort of sixth sense when it comes to stuff like this. And in some ways I'm glad Sean can do this, but in some ways I'm sad because people love Gamexplain. They got famous by doing the video analysis, where they would do 2-hour analysis of like 3-minute videos, and then they do tips and tricks and stuff, but they quit doing those for the last year and a half. One of the explosive accusations is that Derek and them were getting paid like $1 to $2 an hour. Ay caramba. That is uncalled for. If all of these accusations are true...
Why else? Well, wouldn't they be true? Why did they quit?
Yeah.
Why did they quit?
Yeah, I mean in Gamexplain, going quiet doesn't exactly look good for them either. It just doesn't. So... wow, gosh almighty, this is terrible. And thumbs up to Nintendo Prime, good man Nate, who was the one who really brought attention to this, and my brother and I will do a video. Hopefully more people will start to do videos, because this needs to be talked about. And wow, I'm just so upset. And Andre, I don't know how this...
But it makes you wonder about the video game media and the industry in general. I mean, it goes way beyond that. I mean, how come, we were talking about this the other night, how come, and this may be a little off track, but why is it that games like Death Stranding and The Last of Us 2 get 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, and a lot of the fans say they have broken gameplay, bugs, that the frame rate and stuff is really not all that good, it's just a mess. And yet, great Nintendo games that have no problems at all, like Yoshi's Crafted World, Kirby Star Allies, yeah, and Xenoblade Chronicles and all them, they get 7.6, 7.6, well, 7.6.
No, if you mean Xenoblade 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, Xenoblade 1 got mostly.
And it's just because, and people think I'm crazy, but they have a bias against Nintendo. They just do. The video game media and industry has a bias against Nintendo.
Well, think about it. If you wanted video games to be represented to the quote-unquote masses and the corporate branders, would you want Nintendo, who my generation still has it in their head that Nintendo's for kids,
because of the Mortal Kombat thing.
Sony does a heck of a lot more censoring than Nintendo nowadays. But anyway, the fact is, or would you rather them want to be like Sony? They don't even call themselves a video game company. It's computer entertainment. And the games are more like walking movies or walking simulators and stuff. And there's nothing... Yeah. They tackle tough subjects and stuff in the stories while doing nothing for gameplay.
Yeah, and like, Nintendo has the drifting problem. And we covered this in another video, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it. keep your system covered and clean. You won't have a drifting problem. We don't. But anyway, Sony has problems with their controllers. People do one story and they move on. They bug Nintendo to death, over and this goes to the problem with Gamexplain as well. They've always done this crap, and it's just they don't. Andre doesn't care. I mean, you ever notice, folks, how Andre talked about he got a PlayStation 5, a digital one, an Xbox Series X, and an Xbox S? Why didn't John, Derek, and the rest of them?
Well, they did, but oh boy, they were also working other jobs too.
Other jobs, but I'm saying just from that paycheck alone, it was Andre alone.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the video game industry. They're just big, rich, and I know, not to be meaning to get political, but Trump supporters and Sony fans in the video game industry are pretty much all the same people. There's a good few people like Playeressence. OJ, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
But he's in the minute minority. He really is.
Here's the thing, though. Like, Andre is a pro-LGBT progressive and stuff, and I'm like, wow, that's, he talks about workers' rights and stuff, but yet he didn't practice it seems.
Okay, let's talk about J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, I know.
She's not a Trump supporter.
No.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying that, sure, some of these video game people, they are.
They're bought off by rich corporations.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's Sony or whoever's paying off Andre. They're giving him the bucks. Conservatives aren't the only one who are greedy for money.
Yeah.
They're just not. And, this is a problem that needs to be stopped. Gamexplain, and you think that's the only company that screws their employees? Try Electronic Arts. Try Activision. Try
Konami.
Konami, yeah.
Was really bad.
Yeah.
It's if Nintendo sneezes the wrong way, it's talked about for years.
Yes, yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I want Nintendo to be held accountable if they do something wrong.
Yeah.
But look at the PlayStation 5 controller. It's breaking. There's drift already.
Yeah, where's the lawsuits?
Right. And it's like, here's a story, well, let's move on. And like, if Nintendo, because look at how people did the Joy-Con drift.
Well, and every time Nintendo does something where they stick up for their properties, it's like, oh my God, Nintendo's horrible. Oh my God, Nintendo's horrible. Oh my God, Nintendo's horrible. Sony does stuff like this, and they'll do one story and move on.
Yeah.
They dog Nintendo for it, but not Sony.
Yeah. Like I said, Sony is the pet. They are. I'm sorry. They are the pet of the video game industry because the video game industry want people, when they think of video games, to think of games like The Last of Us and Death Stranding and God of War. They may not do anything for gameplay. Their gameplay may not even be that good, but they do tough stories and they're artistically, the graphics are very good. But my name is Michelle Nantucket. This is Sean Tackett. We're TNT-E Entertainment. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave us a comment. I would love to know what you guys think. Thumbs up the video. Hit the notification bell. And if you want us to make better use better material and stuff to make better videos, well, join our Patreon page or donate to our PayPal because it would be very much appreciated. You all have a wonderful day. This is Michelle Nantucket, and over there is my brother,
Sean.
And you all have a blessed, wonderful day.